Pat Island's my uncle. I'd say the favourite nephew was definitely Simon. He worked down there for about 4 or 5 years and lived in the house, and I think Old Irish has got a soft spot for him.
Well, I'd have to say Pat Hyland's favourite would be me, because I worked for him for a couple of years and I had a few rides for him when I started riding over the jump, so that's an easy question. I'd be the favourite for sure.
Simon's pretty timid, and I had a bit more of the bog Irish in me. By the look of him, he sort of got to the table before I did.
Well, I got the most food, as you can see. Patrick was probably the smarter one, so it was a bit of a tug-of-war there.
One thing people don't realise about my brother is he used to be a jump jockey. He rode 59.5 kilos at Sandown on a horse for Paul Gracier called Winklereed. And then I think 9 days later he won the Tasmanian Grand National on Michael Trinder's horse. It had 71 kilos, he rode it a kilo over. So that goes to show his weight troubles as a jockey.
He did make a loose comment to you guys that there was a week difference, but there was actually 10 years difference. But he drove me to Sandown one day and I rode a horse called Winklereed and I was 59 kilos. And 10 years later I won the Grand National for Michael Trinder and it had 71.
There's not too much sibling rivalry, but I think I've been luckier as a trainer because I've probably won 4 or 5 features by less than a neck. And Simon's ran second in a few, you know, he just got beaten in the lip in the Mornington Cup. So I think I've been luckier with the result, but he breaks a lot of my horses in, so he's definitely a good horseman.
Well, if you ask most people, they'd say Patrick's the better trainer, I'm the better horseman. And I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm working on pulling him back in the training department.
When we won the Warrnambool Cup, he was the happiest man alive because I shouted the bar, and he generally finds a seat and he doesn't move when someone's shouting.
When I win a race, he's very quiet, and when Patrick wins a race, I'm very quiet.
I thought Simon was a pretty good jumps jockey. He only ever rode one horse for me. When I was a youngster, I bought a horse for $500 or $600 and I trained it sort of with my father. So we put it in a hurdle race at Hamilton. Just before they went to the mountain yard, they asked me to go talk to the stewards because he was 3 kilos over. There was no other jockey, so they allowed him to race, and he gave it 11 out of 10 and it won on the post by a nose.
Yeah, and it was a good thrill because he was just starting at the time and he had lofty heights, and I was on the way out at the time. I was struggling to get it right anywhere. A significant day for us both, and we both call back on it even now. I
think the community, the Warrnambool community, they're so involved in racing in Warrnambool. That's what makes the May Carnival so special. Every year around this time, it's not just horse people who get excited about the carnival, it's just the Warrnambool people in general.